Hello and welcome to our LegalShield presentation. Thank you for taking a moment of your time to hear about our unique service and incredible business opportunity. My name is Jesse McPherson. I make my home down here in Southern California with my wife Patricia, and thanks to LegalShield, we've been able to work completely from home and have an incredible quality of life. But more importantly, let's talk about what we can do for you. LegalShield, a unique service, a priceless benefit. So what is LegalShield exactly? Well, LegalShield gives you the ability to talk to an attorney on any matter without worrying about high hourly costs. Imagine how it would feel to never guess where you stood in any given situation ever again in your entire life. Feel pretty good, right? See, for one flat monthly fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue. That's why, under the protection of LegalShield, you and your family can live your life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. Now at this point, if you're like most, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I've never used an attorney. In fact, I've never even needed to use an attorney. But here's what I found out. There are everyday situations that access to our service could benefit you that you may never even thought of before. Have you ever signed a contract or document? Of course. The question is, have you signed a document or contract that you didn't have an attorney review? Or even worse, have you signed a contract or document that you didn't even review? I've been guilty of that prior to the service myself. Have you ever been overcharged or treated unfairly? Maybe you were and didn't even know about it. You ever called customer care, found out they just don't seem to care? Have you ever received a traffic ticket? I bet you have. If you haven't, it's probably coming soon. But known a victim of identity theft? Or even just been in a situation where you thought the advice of an attorney might be useful? Now let me show you how our million-plus members are utilizing their LegalShield membership. Over 2 million requests annually, and these are our top 5 reasons our members are calling our law firms. Number 1, real estate for purchases, refinance, foreclosures, landlord-tenant issues. Number 2, consumer finance for collections, warranties, guarantees, and other contracts. Number 3, family law for divorce, child support, and child custody. Number 4, estate planning for will, living will, and power of attorneys. And number 5, traffic issues, of course, for moving violations and accidents. Notice there's no example up here like espionage or grand theft auto. Everyday situations that access to your LegalShield membership would benefit you. And as you can see on the bottom, we give professional advice on all matters from the trivial to the traumatic, even including pre-existing conditions. Let's talk about the benefits of your LegalShield membership and how we help when you call. See, as you can see on the top left, you get legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. What that means is you can pick up the phone and call our law firms and consult with them about anything under the sun without having to worry about the high hourly costs. Our attorneys will be saying, "How may I help you?" instead of "How may I bill you?" Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to law school. But I also know knowledge is power. And I love calling people that have spent years of their life studying the knowledge so we were empowered. Our next benefit, and one of my favorites, is if your provider attorney feels it is in your best interest to have a letter written or a phone call made on your behalf, they're going to do that. See, I found out when a company gets a letter in the mail where the top half of the letter is all attorneys' names, it changes the dynamics of things. I had a $1,000 security deposit I couldn't get back from my landlord. One letter from our law firm, a couple days later, $1,000 back. I had a construction company scratch the side of my car, $800 in damages. They were dragging their feet for 6 months not wanting to pay the claim. One phone call from our law firm, 3 days later, bam, check in the mail. How about this? 28 hours to get home on a flight and then left at a nearby airport an hour away from my original destination. Now that's not right. Now I called customer care and found out once again what? Yep, that's right. Don't seem to care. But the question is, who's going to pick up the phone and call a law firm to write a $300 letter over a $300 issue? But how many of those issues do people sweep under the rug every day? How many issues like that have you swept under the rug under the last year, 2 years, 5 years? How many more will you sweep under the rug under the years to come without our membership? Now, right underneath that, as you can see, our law firms will review an unlimited number of documents or contracts up to 10 pages. So don't press hard and hope for the best ever again. Let's be like the wealthy and be sure we have our contracts and documents reviewed so we know exactly what we're putting pen to paper. We have members that have saved as little as hundreds to thousands of dollars on reviewing simple leases like cars and apartments. And if you're purchasing a home, be sure to have those documents looked at. And in the bottom left, as you can see, at no additional cost, our lawyers will prepare your last will, your living will, and your healthcare power of attorney. It's unfortunate, but the fact is 7 out of 10 Americans don't have a will. An incredible upfront value for enrolling for our membership today. Now let's move to the top right, traffic-related issues, and one of my favorites. So the next time you get a defensible traffic ticket, fax it into our law firms to get advice and counsel on how to keep points off your record. And God forbid the tragedy happens where someone passes away as a result of an accident, your LegalShield membership will be there to assist you. So if you have teenage drivers or drive like one, buy this right now. And as you continue down, trial defense. See, it's not the USA, it's the SUSA. And now with your membership, you'll have 75 hours of trial time, including pre-trial, that's included in your LegalShield membership. Did you know that you are more than twice as likely to be in a court filing than to be hospitalized? Shocked me too, but then when you think about it, we do live in the most litigious society in the history of the world. Let me ask you, if you were named in an audit, would you rather go by yourself or with an attorney? Yeah, of course. And now with your LegalShield membership, you receive assistance in the event you're audited by the IRS. And right under there, you receive a minimum of a 25% preferred member discount above and beyond everything that's not covered under the prepaid portion of your membership. And under there, you'll receive 24/7 emergency access in the event that you need an attorney on the phone right now. See, law firms are open from 9 to 5, but bad things happen from 5 to 9, and on the weekend. We all have a Miranda right, the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney, but who has an attorney to call? So what good is the right if you don't even have access to it? So whether it's wrong place, wrong time, wrong cop, wrong day, your children are trying to be taken away from you, call your attorney. And on top of all that, we give you access to all the legal forms you would ever need to print off, download, fill out, and then fax in to have our law firms review. I know we've covered a lot, so be sure to check out your brochure for exclusions, limitations, and all the other benefits you receive with your LegalShield membership. Alright, now let's switch gears. We know the average attorney is charging more than $200 an hour here in North America. And the question I want to ask you, down there you can see in orange, is if you were my attorney, how much would you charge me for all these services instead of hourly if I wanted to pay you once a month? How big would that check have to be? Go ahead, think about it. I'll give you a sec. Alright. Now, hold that number in your brain, and let me tell you what else your membership covers. Let's take a second to talk about the fastest growing crime in North America, identity theft. Are you confident that your identity is secure? Because see, it's not just about credit. There's medical, cyber, email, phishing, social media, renting, bankruptcy, dumpster diving, cell phones, charity, child support, government benefits, criminals, utilities, grants, insurances, credit cards, ID cloning, seniors, children, social security, mail, passports, driver's license. And that's just the top 20. Identity theft was the #1 consumer complaint category for 11 years in a row. Are you protected? We have the most comprehensive identity theft protection plan on the market. Your membership covers all the expected benefits. Credit monitoring with activity alerts, so derogatory charges, address changes, new lines of credit, anything, you'll be notified immediately. You'll also receive your credit report with score and analysis, credit report consultation, and consultation to help prevent identity theft. But not only that, you'll get identity restoration services. See, if we find out you become a victim, you call our 800 number and our licensed investigators in our law firm step in as you, for you, with you, and put your information back to where it was before the thief took over. See, I still think it's weird to have monitoring without restoration. That's like having a fire alarm but the fire department doesn't come. They just call you to tell you your house is burning. That doesn't help. No, send the fire truck and a ton of water. I need some help. I need some experts. We'll also provide fraud alerts, and for an additional $1 per month, we'll protect your children under the age of 18. Combined with our legal plan, this creates the most comprehensive protection for you. LegalShield puts professionals to work to provide the protection you deserve. We have dedicated provider law firms that provide quality control to the highest standard, monitored by LegalShield, prepaid and ready to advise. And our identity theft shield provided by Kroll Inc., the world's leading risk consulting firm, already protecting and serving Fortune 500 clientele, and now you, prepaid and ready to advise as well. Alright, now once again, if you were my attorney, and instead of charging me hourly, if I wanted to pay you once a month to have access to all the benefits that we've just discussed, how big would that check have to be? Alright, are you ready for this? That's right, peace of mind for only $35.95 a month. Amazing. That's about $1 a day. That's bottled water, a Coke, a Snickers, a pack of gum. And your membership covers not just you, but your spouse and dependent children. There's a $10 enrollment fee for first-time members. And my concern, I thought I was going to be contract hostage like a cell phone, but no. They said it's month to month. You pay for it, you have it, you don't, you don't. It's that simple. And the one thing I can tell you after owning our membership like I have over the last decade is you'll think to yourself, how did I ever live without this? And enrollment is so simple. The person you're sitting with can help you fill out the application. The only thing you need to let them know is how would you prefer to pay? Bank draft, debit card, or credit card? You are going to love the experience of living life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. But don't be selfish with your newfound power. Who do you know that has children or has had their identity compromised or self-employed or own a business or needs to prepare or update their will? Who do you know that could benefit from this membership right now? See, we know that there are people in your cell phone that are kept up late because they have a situation that they don't know how to deal with that our membership could help them with. LegalShield, total access, total freedom. Take care and have a great day. Welcome to LegalShield.